Hello. I heard on the radio this morning, it's a good thing, guys, it's a good thing. I heard on the radio this morning, somebody said if you can't find something to be grateful for, or if you are having a hard time finding the positive, be the positive. Be. It is up to you to be positive. And so I wanted to put a little swing on things because I found over the last several days I have been having this inner battle, this inner struggle, like, should I panic or should I be cool, calm, and collected? And I noticed that when I am not letting outside sources kind of penetrate my energy field, I am way more calm, way more, calm, cool, collected, or however calm I can be. I'm a pretty high energy, high vibing individual, but I can spiral just like the rest of them. I'm either super, super high positive energy, or sometimes I'm super, super low negative energy. And so I've been on this emotional roller coaster over this past week because part of my brain says, Sasha, everything's going to be fine. People are losing their minds for no freaking reason. You just take care of you take care of your family, just keep trucking along. And then the other part of me is should I panic? Should I freak out a little bit? This is kind of crazy. My conspiracy brain starts to come up with all of these things that could possibly be happening. And I'm choosing, it's a choice, I'm choosing not to feel guilty or bad or weird about any of this. And so in order to influence those around us, or to bring the joy back or bring the positivity back, if you find that you're having a hard time seeing the positive, be the positive. And so I just wanted to shed some light on a few things that I've been doing, my family's been doing, to avoid unnecessary stress, anxiety, overwhelm, and to really focus on us and that community and that connection. And this even reminds me, I saw earlier today on Instagram, a friend of mine who owns a studio in Sioux City posted about maybe we manifested this as a human race. And I don't know what she said word for word, but basically we've been living in the hustle and bustle and the go, and everybody's complaining not enough time, not enough energy, I can't. Well, isn't it funny how now we have all the time in the world because everything is shut down. Almost everything, I should say, not everything. As I head to the grocery store, I'm going to try to get a few essentials. I wasn't one of those people that went and stocked up right away, so now I'm out of a few things. And I suppose if they have them, they have them, and if they don't, they don't. I'm not going to stress about it because, even though this kind of sucks, it's just a friendly reminder to me that this is first world problems. And yes, it sucks and it's okay to suck and my feelings are valid. But at the same time, it's wow, I'm really freaking privileged. And how often do we take that privilege for granted that we could just go to the store and get a carton of eggs, or wipe our ass with toilet paper, or that we're healthy and we don't have to worry about dying if we catch a virus, And so I want us to really, really focus on high vibe, good feeling thoughts, good feeling activities. And so what is that for you? For me, it's still sticking with a routine. I know being at home, sometimes it's easy to be I'm just going to lay around and be in my PJs all day and snack all day. But yes, that'll fly for a few days, but then you'll get bored with that and you'll be what is the purpose of life? What am I doing with myself? I'm bored out of my mind, or I'm going crazy. So I encourage you to still have a morning routine. I still very much have a morning routine. I'm still getting up at 5 a.m. And I recognize that I'm more fortunate than others because my world really hasn't changed a whole lot. It hasn't, I'll be honest. And part of me feels bad and guilty for even saying that out loud because I recognize how much of a struggle this can be for individuals. But I'm fortunate that my entire life isn't being shifted as of yet. Now, that's not to say that tomorrow something doesn't happen and, my husband can't work or I can't work or I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? I only have control of today. So I want to stick with my morning routine because that sets up my whole day. I feel more successful. I feel more productive. I feel more alive. I feel more active and energized. I feel good when I do my morning routine. And I have young kids, and sometimes it works better than others, but every morning I try to make it a point, even if it's only for a minute or two, to journal, to sit in silence or meditate, and to move my body. Even if that's just like simple stretching, if that's yoga, if that's a 20-minute workout, because we can't go to the gym right now. So you still have to find a way to move your body. We actually finally finished part of our basement, so I have my treadmill back. You guys, I have not been able to use my treadmill for over a year because our basement's just been like super tore up due to all of the rental projects we have going on. I don't know. I'm one of those people that starts a new project before we finish one. So squirrel brain moment here. We're redoing our basement. We're redoing our upstairs. And next we're going to be redoing our kitchen. And we're having our roof redone. And we're having our house re-sided. And I'm also going through a renovation on my office. So just lots of projects. So during this downtime, it's like, hey, why not finish up some of those projects? So that's exactly what we did. And I was able to have my treadmill back. And that felt really, really good because when I was younger, I used to hate running. But the older I get, the more things that I resisted when I was younger, I find that I actually really enjoy as an adult. For another example, is speaking events. I was terrified, hated, swore on my life that I would never, ever, ever speak in public. And now here I am planning my second annual Courage Conference, and we're planning on having 100 plus people there. Last year I thought maybe I'll just have 50 or 60, and we sold out and then some, which was amazing. So this year, minimum 100. I would love to see 150 people there. And for those of you who are helping me plan this, that I haven't told that to yet, surprise! If we can get 150 people there, you guys, that is going to be like a dream come true. That is 150 lives impacted. That is 150 more ripple effects out into the world. Just think how freaking cool that would be for our community. Anyways, so back to morning routine. I still have a morning routine. You can see how this energy kind of gets me throughout the whole day, right? Like, wouldn't you love to feel this energized throughout the whole day? Start with the morning routine. I guarantee you're going to feel a hell of a lot better if you get out of bed and do something. Like, I chug water right away, and then I make my coffee. And sometimes I'll have my greens before or after my coffee, just kind of depending on what my body is craving at that very moment. And then I will go sit in silence, and then I will do some gratitude journaling and just like getting some things off my chest. I'll kind of set up my to-do list for the day. I have an affirmations app that I just kind of, repeat those affirmations that come up for the day. And then after that, I will get into stretching or an exercise of some form. And then after that, I get ready for the day, or I get children ready for the day, and then I do chores, and then I pack up all of our stuff for wherever we need to go for that day, or I make breakfast. So it's one or the other. My kids do go to daycare a couple days a week. Right now I think they're at like 3 days a week. So I do not in any way, shape, or form do any of this on my own. I very much have people help me kind of in all areas of my life now, which is amazing. Like, I never would have said that 5 or 10 years ago. I used to be that like hustle till I killed myself and did everything myself because I didn't trust anybody to do it other than me. And where did that get me? Angry, bitter, burnt out, not very happy. So I'm like, screw it. If somebody can do it better than me, then by all means, I need all the help. So yes, I do have somebody else watch my children a few days a week. And who knows, that again could change at any given time. And if it does, I just have to course correct, yes, it's okay to be upset about it for a second, but don't stay stuck in there. Don't stay stuck in that negative energy. This goes back to being positive, right? Like, how can you put a positive swing on this after you've moved through those emotions? Because if you don't allow yourself to feel bad, to feel guilty, to feel a little bit of negative energy, you're going to get stuck there. And it's going to be like that pressure building in a volcano. So you shove it down, shove it down, shove it down, pretend like it's not there, pretend like it's not there. And then one day, boom, everything erupts and everything's destroyed. So don't be that person. Feel it, allow yourself to feel it, let yourself know that it is okay, and then move on. Move through it. Don't get stuck there. So I do morning routine. Other things that I do is I've been really limiting my time on social media, which I love social media, you guys. I can get stuck in social media, and I will admit that I have been laughing hysterically at some of these memes, but then I just kind of get burnt out on it. I'm like, oh my God, enough's enough. Like, how many toilet paper jokes can you come up with? And so I'm just kind of over the whole thing and over the looking for the next bad thing to happen, like waking up and first thing checking Facebook, like, oh, I wonder what went wrong in the world. Nope. I usually turn my phone on airplane mode. Yes, you heard that, airplane mode. Nobody can contact me. And I'm okay with that. You know, I've toyed with the idea of just having it shut off completely and in a different room. But I no longer have an alarm clock. So that is on my to-do list, is to get an alarm clock and use that and just not even have my phone in the room. So that's a goal of mine, if you guys want to know what one of my goals are. But I stay off social media a lot more now, because I find that people are like, when scared people are out there, they scare people, right? So a hurt person will hurt people. A scared person will scare people. An empowering person will empower people. So make sure that whoever you're surrounding yourself with is empowering, that makes you feel good, that's not making you feel even worse or scaring you even more, okay? Because it's true. Scared people scare people. Sad people make other people sad. Like, it's misery loves company is another way that you can put it. So just make sure that you're surrounding yourself with uplifting people. And, you know, if you have to silence somebody's stories, if you have to unfollow somebody for a while, if you have to like tune out of podcasts for a while or whatever, do it. Like, if for whatever reason I'm making you feel bad, I would feel even worse if you continue to listen to this. Like, just stop. Like, if I make you feel like shit, stop listening to this right now. Like, don't even go any farther. Same thing goes for anybody on social media. If you're like, oh my God, like every time I open this person is just like negative Nancy. Stop following those people. It's like a sand trap. Get as far away from that as you possibly can. Like, you are in control what you consume on a daily basis, which leads me to my next thing. Don't even bother watching the news. Don't even bother. Like, I promise you, people will let you know what you need to hear. Okay. You don't have to fuel your mind with that all day long, because on a subconscious level, you are still taking that stuff in, and that's a very low vibration energy. And so you will get stuck there. You will start to feel burnt out. You will start to feel negative, and you'll have those thoughts kind of running in the background without you even knowing it. It's on a very subconscious level. So if you're like one of those people that get sucked into the news, I challenge you, until this whole thing passes, or just even for like a week, do an experiment. See for a week, if you don't watch the news, how you feel. How do you feel? I bet you'll feel a ton better. Okay. And even like limiting the conversations that you have with people. Like, there's certain family members of mine that I'm like, I can't even talk to you right now because you are like in straight up doomsday mode, and I don't have time for that. Yes, I may be doing my own little prep behind the scenes, but I am not projecting any of my fears or insecurities, or at least I'm trying not to, I should say. Sometimes I do it without knowing it until afterwards, and I'm like, dang it, that's my own shit. That's not theirs. So just know that I'm not perfect, and I'm continuously trying to, you know, learn and grow and improve my own mindset. But there is certain family members that I'm like, nope, I can't with you right now. You're insane. Like, this just has to wait. Let's put this on the back burner until this all passes, and then we can have a conversation. Or I do a lot of redirection, like, hey, how's the weather? You know, play games, watch movies, eat healthy food, eat as much healthy food as you possibly can. I like to play the game Dead or Alive. And if it's dead, meaning it's like processed and like you could not find it in the wild, don't eat it. And I don't do this like all the time. Like, I'm not 100% on this, but like in general, we know how to make healthy choices. So maybe right now, to boost our immune systems, to boost our energy, to enhance our vibration, raise our vibration, let's fuel our body with high vibe foods, colorful foods, vibrant foods, foods that at one point in time were alive. So this is like your meats, your veggies, things like that, okay? Let's see, what else do I do? Oh, make sure that you're hydrating. Drink lots of water, because that can also, like, dehydration can lead to like fatigue and some emotional swings back and forth. Like if you're dehydrated, sometimes you think you're hungry and then you tend to overeat and then you feel bad about eating and then you kind of spiral down there. So just make sure that you're staying hydrated. What else have I done? Stay hydrated, exercise, put the phones down, put the media away. If you guys have any tips or tricks, I mean, definitely shoot them my way, but maybe right now is the perfect time for you to pick up that personal development book that you've been kind of putting on the back burner. You know, and if you have young kids at home, maybe now is the time to work on a new schedule or structure things. Right now, the next step that we're going to do is, like, I do, what am I trying to say? I do certain learning activities throughout the day, but the one thing that I've really been struggling with is potty training. So I'm like, sweet. We are going to get potty training done in this time. Like, that's my goal. Like, I'm setting a goal for this time frame, for myself, for my family, for things like that. Because I'm like, well, the time's got to pass one way or another. I may focus on achieving something during this time. And the last thing that I want to say, it is okay to rest. It is okay to rest. It is okay to do nothing. It is okay to take casual walks. It is okay to lay on the couch. It is okay to sit outside and read a book. It is okay to take a bath. It is okay to do absolutely nothing but sit and stare out the window or sit and stare at the wall. And that may be really, really, really uncomfortable for a lot of you go-getter hustle mode. I got to be constantly doing something. I know it is for me. If you can't tell, my brain goes a million miles an hour. So for me to slow down and just like embrace nothingness is actually really hard. And this is the perfect opportunity for us to all slow down, breathe, relax, don't do it when you wanna go, relax, don't do it when you wanna go. Now you're gonna have that song stuck in your head all day. You're welcome. Just putting a positive swing on things, guys. But if you have any tips or tricks or anything that you're doing to create positivity, I know a lot of you are out there doing TikToks too, and I love watching those. And I have no idea how to use TikTok at this point, so maybe that's what I'll do with some of my free time is figure out how to do TikToks, and so you guys can follow me on there and watch all of my silliness that way too. So that's me, guys. If you can't find the positive, be the positive. And again, this too shall pass. Catch you guys next time.